All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed for you. Don't forget, I post 1, 2, or 3 videos every single day. Hit the subscribe button down below. Let's dive into it. With the F-150 delay, it's just the tip of the iceberg. We know that the F-150 is going to be delayed from 27 to 2028 is basically the plan. They're changing some things around, and this has a lot to do with the fact that with the administration change to Trump, and I don't care, I don't get political on this channel. So when I talk about some of the things in here with Trump and Biden, remember, I have my own opinions and my own thing, but it is irrelevant to what we are talking about, so I do not get political. So you're not going to hear me have an opinion on that either way, but there is no denying that with the change in administration, there's been change in a lot of things EPA related and regulations and timing of things, and the manufacturers have to deal with that and take that into consideration. Many of it for the good as far as I'm concerned. Many of it for bad that people are concerned. So again, I don't get political. We're not diving into that. But we are talking about how they expect all automakers to delay significant numbers of vehicles, mostly EVs, over the next few years. Has to do with the political change. They're saying, though, look for short-term resurgence of V8 engines. We like that. That's kind of a very nice thing. Now, they say short-term because who knows what happens with the next election and what they'll do to reverse some of the things that Trump just reversed that Biden did. It's always a game. But, we're basically 2025. So almost for the rest of this decade, we can, for the most part, assume that this stuff is going to be relaxed. And it's a good thing in many ways. Ford is dealing with that. They will delay the next generation F-150 gasoline and hybrid pickups for 1 year. Ford will sell the current generation of vehicle unit production of the new one, and the new one will start in April of 2028 rather than 2027. Now, you might say, well, with all this going on, why are they going to delay the next internal combustion engine, which is what we get a lot of them for now? And it's a good point, but they want to make sure that it's going to be perfect, is what they're saying. It also released this coming from whoever this was, Sam Ferroni, Vice President of Global Vehicle Forecasting at Auto Forecast Solutions, said Detroit automakers are delaying a significant number of vehicles, and talks about how and why here. So he says it also releases regular reports on product disruptions such as semiconductor and microchip shortages. So this company is going to kind of that's their credibility, giving us the information here. Says the decline to name specific vehicles being delayed beyond confirming the F-150 was one of them. He cited proprietary information from automakers and supplier clients as a reason for not being able to disclose the specifics. So in a nutshell, what that means is we got more supplier issues. That's upsetting. Sick and tired of that. These suppliers all need to be fired. No offense, but the days of the pandemic issues and shortages, they're a long time ago. If you guys can't, and this goes all the way down to the miners and everything. I don't care how it is, but if you guys can't get your crap back on track, you need to be slapped in the head. This is ridiculous that we're still dealing with supplier issues. Learn to do your job. Sorry, no other way to put it, but learn to do your job. And if you cannot, get out of the business and somebody else can come in and do it right for you. It's that simple. There's no other way to do it. Learn to do your dang job. But anyway, he said money is shifting around. The next generation internal combustion vehicles have gone back in the plan while EVs are being delayed across the Detroit 3. That's part of the political shift, so we know that. So it's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. We want internal combustion engines here. EVs are great. You can make them side by side for those that want both. I understand that, but do not give up on an ICE engine, internal combustion engine. We want it. I hope in my lifetime to never, ever own a true EV vehicle. I want no part of it. None whatsoever. So give me the ICE engines. That's what I want. GM spokesperson Kevin Kelly declined to comment. Stellantis also declined to comment. So nobody's saying about what vehicles are going to be delayed, how this is going to affect them, or what their future vehicle programs are. They're just not saying nothing. But the Ford F-150 Lightning EV, with its slower than expected sales, the company must now look to making the next generation gasoline F-150 better. Instead, meaning the current F-150 to live longer while Ford works on the next generation. Win-win both ways. A, the next gas version we know is coming, and they're going to put some effort into making it better, whatever that means. That's good. And it also means that the current generation F-150s we have lives on for longer. Guess what the current generation of F-150s has? Quality, reliability, great motors, not a lot of drama, doing a fantastic job. They're on fire. We'll take them all day long. In the market we have today, the F-150 and all of its variations are a fantastic truck. I'd rather they just keep going rather than make the next generation F-150 better, which usually means problems. So realistically, leave it alone. The longer the better. So this is good news for all of us. Industry watchers said they would likely lead greater sales incentives as model age while automakers shift gears, potentially good news for customers. I kind of screwed that up because I said it not very good. Let me say it again so it makes better sense as I word it right. Industry watchers said that likely will lead to greater sales incentives as models age while automakers shift gears, potentially good news for customers. So what they're saying is, since these vehicles are staying around and are not getting the new ones that they keep saying they were gonna, and the new ones are pushed out, the ones we have are going to get better deals because they're not constantly changing them and upping the price $3,000 all the time for the new model. So we're going to see some better prices coming in is what industry watchers are saying. We hope that's true. We don't speculate. We'll see when that happens. When it does, fantastic. We're probably not going to see 35% drop MSRPs like we hear about sometimes, but we're going to see the incentives. We're going to see the deals. We're going to see the numbers come in. It's going to have the things that we're looking for. We're excited about that. It says, well, Trump administration has not yet proposed changes to federal emissions regulations based on the size of the vehicle, so it's almost a lock that it will happen. Biden had signed an executive order to set a target of making 50% of passenger cars and light truck sales zero emissions by 2030, which Trump rescinded within hours of his presidency. This is the stuff we're talking about, the back and forth. But what that does is gives automakers an opportunity to focus on both. Keep the EVs going, focus on the EVs, get some stuff with that, but still keep the ICE engines alive and be able to get them out there and a little bit of breathing room. Win-win all the way around. No matter who's in the White House in 4 years, the current administration is going to change the emission regulations going on for the rest of this decade, making it easier to sell internal combustion engine vehicles. We'll see more hybrids introduced. We may even see a few V8s come back, a renewed but short-lived focus on V8s. Again, because they're assuming next administration is going to knock the V8 right off the block again. But for 4 years, might very well be an option. Very well, a lot of great things coming and a lot of neat things in this article. Last thing we want to dive into here on this one, for this thing here, Tacoma's tailgate thefts. If you own a third-gen Tacoma, there are two things that you have to worry about constantly. It is actually three. It's your tailgate. If you have a TRD Pro wheels on it, it's those wheels. And the third one is your catalytic converters. They sell gizmos and gadgets to help prevent the theft of those, but stealing a cat converter off of a Tacoma is a 30-second job, super easy, and thieves hit them like crazy. They even sell cages and all kinds of things that you can put on them, but you have to worry about your catalytic converter. If you got TRD Pro wheels, you have to worry about them because they steal them all the time as well too. And the tailgates have always been. When I had my 2022, these were always concerns when you park it. And it doesn't matter where it is. It could be in a shopping mall parking lot and somebody will steal this stuff from you. The tailgate on a Tacoma is very easy to remove. And because of that ease, it puts it into these categories of other things. The Mazda Miata's hardtop, easy to steal. Lamborghini Hurricane wheels, easy. The whole Civic, people love the Civic. It's such an amazing vehicle. People steal it like crazy. And the tailgates for the Toyota have joined that list. They say right here, past year, there's been reports all over the United States of tailgates from the Tacoma being stolen. Costa Mesa, California reported 20 stolen tailgates within a few months earlier this year. Hawaii police have also come forward with multiple reports of stolen tailgates. Why is it a target for thieves? It's easy. It's easy to steal. And easy to steal means that it's a part worth a few $100 and they can pull it off in a second, throw it in the back of an SUV or truck and just disappear with it, and then they make some easy money. That is it. How do you fix this? How do you prevent it? They like the catalytic converters. They sell kits that you can buy on here that are going to do that. You can also use a hose clamp, which is what I've done. All it is a simple a dollar hose clamp you get from Home Depot, and you can put it around a connection point on here, which means that in order for them to steal it, they got to have a flathead screwdriver and take 30 to 60 seconds to actually do the job right there. So it slows them down tremendously. So that's one option. Having a tonneau cover or something that locks on there is a great one. And also including the actual locking mechanism that locks with your key fob, which I did on my 2022. I had to pay money and take 4 hours of my time to wire that thing in and replace that so that I could have the tailgate lock work with my key fob. So when I lock my truck, it also locked the tailgate. It doesn't come standard on many of the Tacomas. Most of them do not have that. So you had to buy it separately for like 150 bucks or 200 bucks and do the install yourself or pay to have it done. It sucked. It was a pain in the butt, but it solved that. But since most people don't do that, when they lock their truck, the tailgate's still unlocked. These guys walk up, pull the handle, lift the tailgate, they run off. They're done. It's that quick and easy. So installing that lock on there not only will help prevent this theft because now they can't drop the tailgate to get it that way, but it also gives you the features of being able to lock your tailgate with the key fob. So that's a great way to do it too. And there's a couple of them. There's a pop lock version, but I actually went with the factory OEM one that Toyota offers, and I bought it and installed it on mine. And it took a few hours. Like I said, you got to run wires from here all the way up, and you got a lot of stuff to do, and they got to go under the, the trim pieces on the floor in the cab and then under the dash, and it sucked. I was not happy about doing it. I was quite pissed that I paid all this money for a TRD off-road trim, and I have to actually, in 2022, I have to install my own tailgate lock, auto lock. It was ridiculous, but it is an option. It was worth the fact that I did it, and I'm glad I did, and that might be something to consider too. So any questions, comments, put them down below. As always, thanks for watching.